Hello everyone, and welcome back to Sarah's Stitch. So this is episode 33, I want to say, and this is my knitting podcast. I am Sarah, where I can talk to all of you about my finished objects, works in progress, acquisitions, things I brought back, etc. So for those of you who are new or need a refresher, I usually live in Hoboken, New Jersey, which is right across the river from Manhattan, where I am an accountant. But for the summer, I am living in London for work. So my company sent me here for the summer, which I cannot complain about. If you cannot tell, it is a sunny day today, which is incredible. And I just got back, I got back last week from a trip home for a wedding. So I have a few extra acquisitions with me this week, which aren't true acquisitions, so I'm giving myself a pass. But anyway, let's get started. If you have any questions on the projects I mentioned, they should all be linked down below to the Ravelry page where all the details are. If there's anything I forgot to mention, like needle sizes, yarns, quantities, dyers, things like that. And my Instagram should also be linked below, where I am occasionally posting, trying to do a better job. So let's get started with my finished objects. I only have one finished object this week, which is my socks. So these are Regia Perfect socks, just vanilla socks that I made for my dad for Father's Day, which is today, if you're watching this. Hopefully I get this up tonight, maybe tomorrow. So Regia Perfect, I can't remember the number. I'm sure it's on my Ravelry. I want to say it's like Log Cabin or Burning Logs or something, but for those that are not familiar with Perfect, it is designed by Arnie and Carlos for Regia. I don't think they're designing colors anymore, so it's just kind of all ones that have been made, but they are designed to match each other perfectly with the stripes. So I don't think I said this today, but I do live in London. If you hear street noise, I'm very sorry. I already tried filming this once, and then my mom called me and I had to answer because plans for the day, and I listened back to see where I had ended and it was way too loud. So windows have been shut, but there's still maybe the rogue siren, car honking, music playing, etc. I am on the 4th floor, so I am somewhat sheltered from it, but if you hear it, I'm sorry. All right, back to the socks. I knit these on 2.25 millimeter needles, 64 stitches, because the last pair of socks I gave to my dad were on 72 stitches, and he said they were a little bit too loose, and 64 on 2 millimeter just did not feel like that was going to be something that would fit his calf. He has like normal sized ankles, and then he has very muscular calves, so I wanted to make sure that these would hopefully fit on his calves. So 2.25 9-inch circulars, 64 stitches, and I did I believe this focuses, a short row heel, and then just the foot. I think I had to do an extra 10 or so rounds in the black before I started the toe decreases, and I just did a standard wedge toe for the toe. I don't think there's anything else I have to say about these. I literally finished them this morning because I did not have double points or magic loop needles to do the toes, so the toes have been sitting waiting to be done for like a month at least. So these are finally done, and these are my only finished object, which I will be getting rid of today. Gifting today is probably the better way to phrase it, but I hope he likes them. I hope they fit. That's really my main concern, is that they fit. I don't think they wouldn't, but hopefully they do. There's also a siren coming down the street. Carry on, see what happens. All right, so my next two things I'm going to show are whips. I showed this first one, I think last week I had shown it, and it was just missing its toe. It now has received a toe because I, again, got needles from home. So these are my Homespun House socks, also vanilla socks. This is a Patreon yarn from March, probably 2023, and And the colorway is called Jelly Bean, and it came with this mini up here, which is Electric Feel. And I just made a pair of vanilla socks. Hopefully this focuses, maybe not. There we go. So yeah, just made vanilla socks. These were because I am watching Love Island UK, and I needed something vanilla to knit on, not a textured sock, which I showed last week, the orangey pinky one. So I cast on a vanilla sock, and the vanilla sock went very quickly. So Electric Feel is the cuff, Jelly Bean is the main body. This was the Patreon set, which was 50 grams, and then I did tulle skirt for the heel turn. I did I hope it's showing up, yeah. I did a garter ridge heel flap. So I just did 3 stitches of garter before I did like the slip stitch heel stitch pattern. And then I did a square heel. I want to say I did the exact same heel that's in the Jemima socks, just because that was the most accessible to me when I was doing these. And then the newest addition since last week is it has a toe now. So I brought back obviously some magic loop needles because I couldn't find my DPNs anywhere, which I'm upset about, and I don't think I can get higher sharps at any of the yarn shops in London. It doesn't seem like they have 2mm higher sharps, which is devastating to say the least. So right now I have a pair of bent magic loop needles, which is just great. But yes, I just need to do this Kitchener stitch the toe, and I wound up doing the toe in Double Dare. So I think the other week I had said that this color from Molly from a Homespun House was Hopscotch. It's actually Double Dare. Hopscotch is a little bit more purple. I saw when I went through my stash when I was home that this was in fact Double Dare. So it's definitely more of like a Barbie pink without being like hot pink. So yeah, these are gonna get, I think I'm gonna do the Kitchener stitch right before. Where's this ambulance? Okay, I feel like it's hard enough right now. Hopefully that wasn't too annoying for you. I am going to just do the Kitchener stitch real quick before I leave for brunch, and then I will cast on the next cuff when I have a spare set of needles free, because I don't have a spare set right now because I did not bring back any more 9 inches like a dum-dum. But the reason why I don't have any spare 9 inches right now is because of this. So this is my only, no, it's not my only acquisition, but this is an acquisition. So my 9 inches are on this, and I got a ball of More Perfect from Regia, and this color is 9137. I think it has a real name, but Regia only gives you numbers on the tags. So this is what it should look like at the end. Those white cuffs, blue and red in the middle. And as you can see, I am through the cuff. Just started the vanilla part of the leg. So I got this yarn while I was home. I think I had it delivered to me, and I cast it on the flight home, the flight back from New York to London, and it was an overnight flight, so I tried to sleep as much as I could. So this was like knitting until airplane food time, and then I passed out for the rest of the flight, and I don't think I've knit on it since. Excuse me. So for, I think this week, these will be the Love Island socks until I get to the heel, and then I'll put a magic loop to do the heel, and I can keep going on these guys. We'll see. I've got a lot of single socks. I said this wasn't going to be the year single socks, and that is not shaping up to be the case right now, which is fun for me. But yeah, so this is my only other whip that's gotten progress. I've worked a little bit like on my crochet blanket and my cumulus blouse when I was home, but like nothing enough to like make it worthwhile to show. I really would like to get the cumulus blouse done soon so I can hopefully wear it while here, and it wasn't a waste, not that it would be a waste, but so I could wear it while here. So next I will go through acquisitions and yarn I brought back from the US. So I'll just start with yarn I brought back from the US, which most of it I think I have shown already. I'm not sure. It was a very hectic time to get back to the airport for my flight, so I did not bring back all of the yarn I wanted to, but that's okay. So what I did bring back is I brought back this 50-gram skein of Refresh from Molly from a Homespun House. It is the spray. It does glow, and it will be contrast colors in a few pairs of socks, hopefully a few. And then I brought back, I think I showed this one before. So this is Woolberry Fiber Company. This is one of the Jane Austen sets. I think this was the first month sock set, and it's called Truth Universally Acknowledged. We love her, she's beautiful. Another sock set. Okay, everything else I believe was delivered to me since I've been away, and I brought back because it was too pretty not to. So keeping on the Woolberry train, I have Most Beautiful Creature, which I believe was month 2 of the, or no, I'm sorry, it's probably month 3 of the Pride and Prejudice Club. So it's, as always, a beautiful speckle from Bethany on this really powdery blue, kind of lilac-y base with orange and purple speckles, and then a really pretty olive green mini. And then the last one is What Excellent Boiled Potatoes. And again, like a bluey charcoal mini, and then a beige pink speckled. That's so good. I think Bethany had already said she might be doing a best of collection, and I think that this would be, the main skein would be such a good yarn to get in like the Rambouillet or a DK and make like a big chunky fuzzy, or like the Surrey. Oh, that'd be so good. So this is that, and then the last thing I brought back and technically bought is my Patreon skein from Molly from April 2024, and this is called Can You Keep a Secret, and I believe the mini is Jello, or very close to Jello, and it is, as all of the Patreon sock sets are, it's a 50-gram main and then a 20-gram mini, and it's a really pretty combo of like not neon pinks, oranges, yellowies, a little bit of green, a little bit of blue speckles in there. So I can't wait to see how this knits up, and we'll be at another pair of socks. So it's time check. Okay, so I think that is it for me. I have to go to lunch, Father's Day lunch, and then my parents are going. We're all going to Six tonight, the musical. I'm very excited to see it because #TikTok, and also it looks like such a good play, and the idea of seeing it in New York, because it's also in New York, but I've been holding out on seeing it until I've been back in London, because for those that don't know, it is based off of Henry VIII's wives, so like Catherine Howard, Anne Boleyn, the Spanish one that was first, all of them. Catherine of Aragon, that's her name. It's from like their perspective, And something about that felt so wrong, to see that, well, the actresses have American accents. So I'm very excited to see it tonight. I think that's at 7. My parents are going to Cambridge tomorrow with my aunt and uncle. Then they're leaving Tuesday. So this is probably gonna be the last time I see them. And then my brother gets here Friday for 2 weeks. And yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of guests, just a revolving door of guests. Luckily right now, my apartment is just my apartment, but my brother and sister will be staying with me. So it's going to be a little cramped in here. But that is it for now. I'm going to maybe take a sock with me and go to the park and knit for a little bit before I meet up with my parents. But thank you so much for being here. We are maybe I'm speaking too soon, but maybe we're back on our once a week, every 2 weeks schedule now that I've settled down and busy season's over and all that. So hopefully I will film another video and I will talk to you next week. I don't think it's going to be on Sunday because we are going to Royal Ascot on Saturday, and I can't imagine I'm going to be in phenomenal shape on Sunday. So hopefully it will be in like a week and a half or so, and until then I hope you are well, and thanks for watching. Bye.